Hello, hello, and welcome, and welcome, and hello, and hello, and welcome, and thank you for tuning in, and hello, and welcome, greetings, and salutations. Thank you for joining us. It's Un Poco Mas. Of course, it is Un Poco Mas, the show where we give you just a little bit more, guys. I'm here, I guess, just basically, I don't really have a lot of time today. I was out of town traveling, very long day of travel yesterday, absolutely exhausted, but I'm just a little bit pissed off. I've got a little bit of a bee in my bonnet. A couple things have been sticking in my craw because a lot of the, weak-kneed, paper-handed, quote-unquote, SoFi bulls out there in the Utertosphere and the exosphere, formerly known as the Twitter dipshitosphere, where, everybody's a fucking expert. Everybody's an expert and everybody's going to tell you SoFi's not innovating. Anthony Noto doesn't know anything. Jeremy Rochelle is selling shares. What does Derek White know? He's just, these guys were just at Google and these different places. They're just sitting there with their thumbs up their asses, not releasing new products. They don't want to do options. And I'm just like, people are confused about what Noto's game plan is. I don't know why, because he laid it out very, very clearly when he took this job, but everybody wants to see results now. Everybody wants to see results yesterday. Everybody's like, where's the tech? Where's the tech? Like, they didn't realize that, SoFi just bought Galileo a few years back, I think 4 years ago, and then Technesis 3 years ago. Okay, integration is innovation. They had to put Galileo together with Technesis. They had to put that amalgamation together with SoFi while keeping it a separate company also. So it's doing double duty, innovating for both SoFi and their external customers, both existing and the ones they're trying to land. So they have their hands full. And you greedy, impatient turds wanted profit now. You demanded it. Did it help the stock price? No. Did it help your self-esteem? No. Did it make your wee willy any bigger? No. It didn't do anything for us. We need profit. We need GAAP net profit. Lending Club got profit. When do we get profit? Come on, Papa Noto. Give me some more. I want some more, please. You're like, God damn it. Can I give these rubes a free windbreaker? He's like, no, we have to give them GAAP net profit. What if we give them two windbreakers? Like, no, they don't want windbreakers. They want GAAP net profit. God damn it. So Noto was forced to give you jackals, a couple pennies of GAAP net profit came at the expense of growth. I was saying, I just don't crave GAAP net profit with a growth stock. I mean, yes, some cash flow is nice, so you're not diluting, you're not, doing bad money raises, but SoFi wasn't having any problems because SoFi is bringing in a ton of deposits. Guys, we're down 3 cents on the day. It's Un Poco Mas. It's a Tuesday. Oh my gosh, am I excited, guys. I took on a nice fat man workout, which for those of you guys who don't know that, guys, and let me just add, it's your old buddy Danny Deals. It's Un Poco Mas. Like to thank J Money, not a lurker. Like to thank Alberto Bertie Avilés for wielding their wrenches with discretion, but a certain amount of savage brutality. That was not a callback to our good friend, the Savage of Wall Street, who is the king of covered calls, as you know. Also, the king of carpet squares. Been redoing that living room for some time. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello, and welcome. Sorry if I'm a little bit loopy. Just so much, freaking time traveling yesterday. So much traffic once we got back to. It's like you think your journey's over once you arrive at LA, whether you're, traveling by car, airport, or whatever. But once you got to go home, if you hit freaking rush hour, you can just add another 2 or 3 hours of misery to your already, overweight, miserable middle-aged life. But anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome. Let me just turn that frown upside down, just welcome you warmly, greet you, say greetings and salutations. Let me share my screen rather than just babbling on endlessly like a lunatic. But, I also have a bone to pick with some of my Canadian friends. I hope Tevis is here, because I'm going to trash you a little bit, Tevis. No, not really. Tevis made just a video about sort of the lack of speed of innovation. Great video. And then my boy Jimmy Chitwood from Trending Stocks, he made another kind of he doesn't flip flop as much as Staz. Like, I love Staz because he has like that surprised face. Like, this is huge. Like, I look the Neo guy, the guy in China, him and Staz have the best surprise faces on YouTube. It's like every video, like, you know, they're just a deer about to get hit by a car. It's like, dude, you're talking about some like minor piece of news. Relax. Anyway, so let me share my screen before I lose my mind. Here, and here. And let me slap that giant dome cap of mine down here in the corner. So guys, you could see very moderate volume, not light volume, 16 million shares on the day. Let me just get you turds a check of the live short interest. I want to tell you, a lot of people glossed over that general counsel news. I'm going to explain, I'm going to idiot-splain to you guys why that's actually a very, very important piece of news. Sometimes to us, because we don't know anything and we're stupid and we're chunky stock monkeys and we're retarders. We don't understand what's really going on in the big picture. Some of these hires from the Fed, this general counsel, guys, keep your eye on the prize. It's the things that matter are the things that matter. How does SoFi grow? How does SoFi make money, get business banking, business lending, business lines of credit? These are going to be profit centers for decades to come. Noto laid out what he wants to do. He wants to make SoFi a top 10 financial institution, which means he wants SoFi to grow for decades and decades to come. What is SoFi building? SoFi, imagine an engineer or a contractor. They're building something. SoFi is building something to last 100 years. With an extremely solid foundation that requires, painful and painstaking preparation that just isn't sexy. It's not exciting. It's not like new where they're introducing, 3 new products a month. It's not like a firm where they're letting you, pay for your hormone-induced ground beef at Walmart grocery store with 5 easy payments. Oh, isn't that exciting? Oh, we just got on Amazon checkout. Well, Lottie freaking da. Amazon does not give market share or, outsource anything with significant margins or significant profit. They do it themselves. Do you think Amazon doesn't have payments? I mean, come on. Oh, we're on Amazon checkout. Big deal. It's like Rivian. They're we got an order for Amazon from trucks. I don't care. You're burning too much cash. You're going bankrupt. You suck. You suck. Anyway, guys, sorry I'm a little bit pumped up. Probably had a few too many espressos. But welcome and hello and welcome. I promised you that live short interest. They're looking at borrowings going up steadily. It was down here at 200 million just 2 months ago, up to 250 million. Live short interest today, the borrowed change is increased by 1.71 million net. Yesterday, they supposedly returned some shares, but it's actually flat. Cost to borrow, min and max, both at 1. Yesterday, cost to borrow actually went negative for a short time. I want to another random point, but guys, so Affirm, Upstart, even Robinhood, I believe they're building their companies on shifting sands that they may be good investments for the next 2 years, 5 years. But guys, I hope to be around for decades to come. I mean, I know that sounds unbelievable. The rate I, hoon down chicken quesadillas and, quadruple espressos, probably might have a massive infarction during this broadcast. I hope not. Let's knock on wood. But, I plan to hold my SoFi shares for a long, long time, as long as management, has my confidence, as long as the business plan keeps growing and evolving and thriving. And that's what I want to talk about. There is innovation. Just because it's not slapping you across the face, what's important is technology growth on the Galileo side and how that translates into innovation that will trickle down to SoFi, but it's got to trickle down. We have to service these major customers, these proof of concepts, these accounts we already have. We have to service those as a top priority. And yes, I love to cry about not having options. I love to cry about not having options. I cry and I whine about everything. constantly, incessantly. That's why they call me Stock Karen, folks. Welcome and hello to all my new people. Hello and welcome. Welcome and hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Greetings and salutations. Hello and welcome on behalf of J Money, Not a Lurker, on behalf of Bertie Avalas, on behalf of myself, Danny Deals, Hurricane Lopez, and Stock Karen. Would like to say good day, hello, and welcome you. Just warmly welcome you and also greet you. That's something that's just not done. I feel like there's just a lack of civility, lack of greetings. I feel if everyone greeted each other like 40 or 50 times, just, you just met someone, you just shook their hands for like 20 minutes. Hello, and welcome, and hello. And for those of you who did not get a chance to see my my Sofi Bowl shirt, I don't actually. I have a new Sofi Bowl shirt, but just so people know where I stand, because a lot of people are like, Danny Deals, are you a Sofi Bull or are you a bear? Like, I don't know. I'm watching your content. You've made like 500 repetitive bullish videos, but I just can't quite tell. So can you just wear a shirt? Can you wear a sign, you fat fuck? I'm like, listen, son, what kind of mouth is that for a kindergartner? And yeah, okay, I'll get another Sofi shirt. I'm like, thanks, Danny. I'm sorry, I get carried away. I just love Sofi stock. Like, that's okay, Billy. But you don't have to use so much profanity. You're like, I learned it from you, Danny. Like, this show is not for children. That's marked on YouTube. Anyway, guys, hello and welcome and hello. So, what I'm talking about is a lot of these companies are on very, very shifting sands. Sofi is building. That's why they're doing gold cards, they're doing crypto. Sofi is working toward business banking. What do you think is going to be here for decades to come? If you have to retire, maybe 15, 20, 25 years, 30 years, and you want to have a really high standard of living in retirement, and you're thinking about stocks, people are laughing like, oh yeah, anything you hold for 10 years is going to just grow massively. And I showed you guys that is absolutely not true. Microsoft was flat for 10 years. Amazon was absolutely flat for 10 years after those bubbles burst. It doesn't always work like that. You have to get in at the right time on the right part of the growth curve. SoFi's EPS curve is about to absolutely explode. 2027, they're telling you 55 to 80 cents. Okay, that's up, and they always sandbag. So if you go 20 cents a quarter, we're at 1 to 2 cents a quarter right now. So EPS in the next 3 years, they're expecting to 10x. Think about the growth curve in terms of EPS. That's the growth curve that matters, not members. People are looking at metrics that don't matter. Absolute membership growth, look at direct deposits, look at tech and revenue account growth, and that's it. That's what matters. Guys, hold on one sec. I got to consult my whiteboard. I wrote some crap over here. How does SoFi grow and how do they make money? That's what matters. SoFi makes money. They're going to make money through tech. They're going to make money through financial services. They're going to make money as a lender. Okay? How do they transition that to business banking? Okay, SoFi is trading like a freaking bank. We don't like that right now. Look at these numbers, guys. Upstart, up 2%. Palantir, 3%. All these growth starts. Coinbase, of course, because Bitcoin's going up, they're up 5%. Affirm is up 3%. And then if you look at the freaking bank stocks, all down. All trading just like SoFi. So when tech is going down, SoFi trades with tech. When fintech's going down, SoFi trades with fintech. When banks are sucking down, SoFi goes. But it's shorting, guys. It's shorting. I don't know why people are like, this thing is breaking down. It's not breaking down. Some of my favorite U-turders. Tevis, probably one of my absolute favorite U-turders. I mean, this guy looks like a younger Bob's Big Boy. And he's way smarter than me. He knows a lot of stuff. This guy leads teams. His mastery of organizational speak and jargon is unparalleled. And I consider myself a rhetorical assassin. And then my boy Jimmy Chitwood from Trending Stocks, SoFi, massive sell-off. Well, I'm sorry, Chicken Little, the sky's not falling. No, I love both these guys' channels. I watch them like literally every day. But I'm saying, why is the narrative flipping where these Super Bowl U-turders are selling, in the case of Jimmy Chitwood, 40% of his position? Why are you selling out now when the stock keeps jumping up to 10 because it broke down under 7? It didn't break down. You guys don't know charts from farts. You got no heart. You ever heard of the band Heart? Maybe give it a listen. Maybe those ladies will inspire you. Make you feel brand new. Maybe listen to some Alicia Keys. I don't give a fuck what you listen to. Stop dumping your shares. No, I mean, if you want to dump, but you're weak-kneed, paper-handed douchebags. Okay, and it's not breaking down. It's broke down worse here. So look at the big breakdown. Okay, 7's held up, this wedge is coming down, and then put it in context. Put it in context. Okay, where's the stupid short interest? Put this thing in context, guys. Look at this from Monday. Short ratio, 51, or 61, I'm sorry. Friday, 55. Thursday, 57. Wednesday, 63. 59. The only day they let up a little bit was Monday. Then the previous Friday, 72, 69. So these last 3 days, 60s and high 50s. That's the big breakdown. Everybody's just like, oh, it's going down to 5. Where? Look at this. Okay, it breaks down 1 candle, 2 candles below 7, and then the next day it recovers 7. I know it closes below 7. All 3 of these candles, it recovered 7. It recovered 7 yesterday. I mean, where's the breakdown? You're looking at this yearly, and you're saying now 7, he's calling 7, everybody's calling 7 resistance now? You guys have instant mashed potatoes for brains. This is not a breakdown. They're shorting the piss out of it, and it's still holding, a quarter under 7, and I'm thinking it's going to recover there again quickly. Look at what FinTech's doing today. But SoFi's a bank, and that's my point. Think about the long term. Think about Noto's plan. They told you. Think about what Denny Green said. They are who we thought they were. Look to Denny Green. And I got a bone to pick with Canada. It's not just Tevis. I applied for a job as a Mountie, and there was some confusion with the weight requirements. I was getting fitted all for my red suit. I was getting my horse trained, and then I show up for some basic training, and I was going for an intensive Canadian language course, and I thought, okay, I can be up to 210 kilos. And I'm, that's about 463 pounds, so I'm sliding by. And I find out there that they're using pounds. I thought this was an advanced society up there, the frozen north. And so they run me right out of the organization. I don't live my dream of being a Mountie. All because of a mix-up. 210 kilos, 210 pounds. U.S., Canadian. I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know how many giant big kahuna cheesesteaks I can buy with 20 Canadian dollars, but I'm damn well going to find out. Welcome and hello, guys. Hello and welcome. Welcome and hello. Hello and welcome. Welcome and hello, guys. I'm just fed up, guys. We're still in my I drew this stupid rectangle. We just touched my rectangle. This isn't a breakdown yet. You talking about the stock breaking down to here based on this? Hello? I'm not seeing it. It broke down way worse here. They're just testing. That's what they want you guys to say. They're looking for weak-handed Canadians to flip. They're looking for these young guys. They want to flip young Canadians. They want to bring them to the dark side. No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with buying. I've really enjoyed Tanner's recent content on Shift 4. I've been studying that company. Got started a little position, actually a little bit up on that one already. Done very, very well with new. I'm absolutely not opposed to rapid innovation, but I'm saying rapid innovation is going to crash down rapidly as well. Things that change super rapidly are not going to be reliable profit centers for decades to come. That's why SoFi is the pig that's building its house out of bricks. And you can blow and you can blow, but we're not going to let you in, and you're not going to blow our house down. Not by the hair on our chinny chin chin, you hairy, toothy motherfucker with bad breath, you wolf. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello. Let me go to a few comments, try to digest what I'm talking about. Another just absolute stupid aside, if you look at institutional ownership, you'll see this filing here, Lamorque's Patient Opportunity Trust. This has kind of jumped out at me because I'd never even actually heard of this Patient Opportunity Trust Class R before, but they're filing. They have an average price. They bought in Q1, 3 million shares, and then you go over to what they are, and Morningstar, and this is actually, an interesting fund. Just think about it. They came in for that much SoFi, and their top holdings are Amazon, Citigroup, Expedia, OneMain, Alphabet, Delta, Energy Transfer, which I love Energy Transfer, by the way. I've owned that. I recommend it. UBS, General Motors, and Facebook. Okay, and they're coming in with a really nice, sizable SoFi position, and you listen to their strategy. The investment seeks long-term growth of capital. Long-term growth of capital. That's exactly what I happen to be looking for. The fund normally makes investments that, in the portfolio manager's opinion, offer the opportunity for long-term growth of capital. Portfolio managers exercise a flexible strategy in the selection of investments, not limited, blah, blah, blah. So, this is, I think, a really important filing. I think, again, people look at things on U-Turd, us U-Turders, and we like to sensationalize things that may not be incredibly important, such as the short interest. Like I said, the only place you're getting a short squeeze on this stock is if you're playing pocket pool in the privacy of your own home, which I definitely don't recommend, particularly when not when watching my show, I hope. But anyway, guys, welcome and hello. So just wanted to bring that to your attention. This fund, Patient Opportunity R Trust, coming in for 3 million shares at $7.49. And then, the financial media, the analysts, some of these analysts, they're trying to tell you, okay, it's going to 5. I don't know. This company thought it was a good buy for, $22, million dollars or whatever at 8. So I don't know. Nodo is buying anything under 7. Would he know if the stock's going back to 5? Does he know what this quarter's looking like? Okay, this quarter is now well over 2/3 over. I mean, when he was buying, it wasn't 2/3 over, but it was half over. So he knows what the quarter's looking like. He knows what the numbers are looking like. If the stock's going to crash back down below 5, I mean, he was the one buying, when the stock was low. So look at that. But I want to sort of try to get back to my point, if at all humanly possible, which was talking about technology. I know, blah, blah, blah. I get completely sidetracked. What else is new? Actually, getting a thank you Princess J is watching. And by the way, if you didn't know this already, if you've been living under a rock, if you just generally have your head straight up your ass, Princess J is the absolute best ever. So we love you, honey. The entire Un Poco Moss family does as well, but especially this chunky stock monkey. Guys, if you don't have a go-to middle-aged fat guy, let me fill that role for you. Let me just be that rock, that sort of, little bit doughy rock you can count on. A doughy rock is not an oxymoron, but it could be. Especially if it also has bad skin. But anyway, guys, I digress. No more bad jokes. It's DJ Patchy Drizzle. Come in with a whimper and leave just the same. Leave with just a high degree of ambiguity. What's the weather forecast for today? Oh, it's just very ambiguous. Anyway, guys, hello and welcome and hello and welcome. Let's say hello to some of you guys while I just gather my thoughts. But I wanted, who knows the most about the company, guys? Who knows the very, very most about SoFi? Okay, the insider score 60, officer sentiment score 54, and that's because, that turd Rochelle is always selling. But if you look at the insider buys, okay, Nodo 524, he buys at 692. Nodo, almost 30,000 shares. Again, 523, he buys at 692. So 692, and then 53, he buys at 690. Okay, in November, he buys at 650. LaPointe also buys at 650. And then he's buying at 677. Okay, and then last May, 467, 503, 511. So he's clearly raised his level of buying by $2. Do you think Nodo knows anything about the company? I mean, with all due respect to Tevis's tile, where he makes Nodo look like some bullum-headed, freak. What? In this picture, it appears that he's morphed Roy's eyebrows with Nodo and that he has sedated Nodo. I think Tevis may have sedated Nodo for this shot. Is Nodo safe? Somebody check Tevis's basement. I think Anthony Nodo might be tied up. No. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome. But just wanted to, Max Payne is $7. I don't even have to wait for that to load. You know what's going to happen. But anyway, guys, wanted to talk a little bit about the technology side, because it's very dangerous to say, okay, SoFi's not innovating because they're not releasing products, which, I mean, it's true. But think about, I mean, with Tevis, I would actually love to have Tevis on to talk about this because I really enjoyed his video. But not all innovation is so obvious that you can see. It's not just products rolling out for the retail customer of SoFi. SoFi is trying to do a lot of things. And remember, the market demanded profit. The market demands that continuous march upward in EPS and the continuous march up in top line growth, which is a very, very difficult thing to balance, particularly when you're doing these major transitions, integrating major companies. So there's sort of two sides to the innovation. One is going through SoFi and one is going through Galileo. And these are the same developers, I think, working on both. Because remember, late last year, they laid off a lot of layoffs, and a lot of those were apparently developers. I didn't get into the, granular detail on exactly who they laid off, but that's what a lot of U-turders say. And, I'm led to believe U-turd is a reliable source of information. But what new products are they going to release? That's why I go back to two fundamental questions. How does SoFi make money and how does SoFi grow? Because those are the two important things. To me, the growth is really measured best by these deposits, because what is SoFi trying to build? SoFi is trying to build a financial institution that is top 10, that is worth, into the hundreds of billions of dollars in terms of market cap, that's going to grow for the next 30 years to come, that's going to continue to innovate, continue to add new products. So you have to not compare their pace to a company, that might just be a pure play fintech that decide, okay, we're going to go straight after crypto. We're not going to go after a bank charter. They're never going to have business banking. They're never going to have business line of credit. They're never going to be able to compete with, the Citis and the JP Morgans. They're never going to have these IPOs. They're never going to be able to offer alternative investments. And right now it looks more compelling. You're like, okay, they have a full set of option suite. But I've got news for you fat, pasty, chunky monkey, self-important, droning on U-turders, guys with glasses and ball caps, you think you get a hair. I mean, I just got a haircut and dye my hair pink and pretend to quit YouTube and go off and cry like a little girl. But hey, I can't find a dress that fits or else I would. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome. But my point is, guys, the new products, the revenue is really a wild card. You have to be very selective with the new products you roll out. To me, it's not important just to say, hey, we got 50 new products. To me, it's important to say, are we making money? Are we driving toward EPS? SoFi is about margin. They're about their father's business. SoFi is building a massive financial institution, but right now it's a tiny acorn. It's going to grow into an oak. Okay? If you're talking plants, if you want an analogy, SoFi is a tiny acorn. It's just starting to grow into an oak. Some of these other companies, your Affirms, your Robinhoods, those are, just an annual. They come up, they're pretty right now. You go, oh, I want to take a shot with that for Instagram. Honey, can we get a selfie? Okay, I don't know how to do it. Honey, you take it. You take it. No, you take it. No, we don't want you to take it for us. No, we're already embarrassed enough. Okay, yeah. No, good. Just go away. Just stop looking at us while she does the selfie. Okay. All right. No, I have a lot of issues. Okay. Sorry guys, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, so let me just put this out there, and I know a lot of you covered call addicted crackheads don't want to believe this, but most people, most SoFi customers don't give a shit about options, and they're never going to trade options, and they don't use options, and they have no intent of using options, and they don't know that SoFi doesn't have options, and they don't care about you and your inadequacy issues. Just buy another AR-15 or a faster car if you have a tiny wiener. But no pushing out options that most people don't even want at the expense of something else that people maybe want, like Zelle, like maybe, hey, decent charting. Oh, God, you guys make me angry. Anyway, I don't really know why, because I haven't even read anything you've said, so I guess I make myself angry. I guess I'm projecting. But as your go-to fat middle-aged white guy, that's part of my job, is to be a reflection of you guys. Anyway, What's going on? I'd like to say hello to everybody, but I certainly don't have time, and I really don't care about you guys. I mostly hate most of you. M. Russo, though. We like M. Russo. Benjamin Murphy's okay. Yeah, S.J. Tavares. We like S.J. I hate the rest of you. No, Tobias. What's up, Tobias? Tobias is okay. We like Tobias. M. Russo, again. We really like M. Russo. Everyone else we love. Excuse me, everyone else we hate. Well, we love Princess J. You already know that. Mustang Rider. Yeah, Mustang Rider. Okay, Nashville. We like Nashville. All right, we'll give you a pass. We hate everybody else. Benjamin Murphy. What's going on? Yep, and I'm also Benjamin. I'm also a world champion chair dancer. People don't know that about me. That's part of my DJ Patchy Drizzle alter ego. But okay, and time lapse car guy Bruno. I do many things. I'm an exotic dancer. They call me the Chunder from Down Under. No, I do this or that. I got a real small nut, so I just keep it real lean, and I mostly recycle cans, and I beachcomb, and I gallivant around. I once claimed to be a Rothschild, but that didn't work out for me. I do not look good in a ball gown. Outdoor creations here. We don't mind outdoor creations. We do hate the rest of you guys, though. I don't see SoFi break and holding 8 for a while. Yeah, I mean, it may not break and hold 8 for a while, but, that's true. It may, but last time people said that, it broke up to 11, and then it broke up to 10. So it actually has a tendency to run up, quite regularly, outdoor creations, but they're not going to do it when you think they're going to do it, because they're not going to make money that way. Yeah, trending stocks. Jimmy Chitwood sold 40% of his shares. Carl C. Mark. I actually cried. I cried for him. But anyway, whatever. Alberto Birdie. But I mean, again, if you think the stock's going to 5, you're a dummy if you don't sell. I mean, I'm not telling anybody don't sell. I'm saying if you think the stock's undervalued, don't sell. If you think the stock's overvalued, or do you think for technical reasons, as he doesn't think the stock's overvalued, but he's really a technical guy and he knows quite a bit. It was like, it's funny, I was reading the comments, like, this guy doesn't know anything about technical analysis. He's like, it is analysis. You might not agree with his analysis, but it is analysis. So, technically this word salad of spew that I do, there is some analysis in it. You may not agree with it, but it's there. There's a small amount of thought. Alberto is here. What's up? I am running for president, but unfortunately my cognition is very, very high. I'm highly intelligent, and I'm not 85 years old. No felonies in my book, so they're just not going to let me run. My son Alberto is not on crack. I certainly hope not. I've never met him, but hey, Danny, I'm up for today's rant. What's up, Grit and Grunt? We like Grit and Grunt. We like Alberto. We hate the rest of you. We like SJ. We definitely hate everybody else. We're pretty warm on Nautilurker J Money. He's okay. Yeah, he's okay. We like a guy with a good, clean-shaved head, doing just a lot of cardio. Anyway, yeah, okay. You guys are okay. Michael, SoFi needs perfect tech they have before stepping all over their tanks. Yeah, well, okay. It's an artful way to say it, but I can't disagree with the sentiment there, Michael. Matt Flo is here. Hello, Matt Flo. Good to see you always. Matt Flo, a longtime supporter and big SoFi bull, I believe. Hockey rink, just don't yell nigh with your booming deep voice. Maybe you hit the ceiling. We'll see what we can do, hockey rink. Institutional ownership, yes, SJ, absolutely right. And that's what's important, institutional ownership. I'm going to go back to my whiteboard. I have some other bullshit written. Let's see. So crypto, and okay, here's a key point I wanted to make before I forget. When I'm talking about how does SoFi grow and how does SoFi make money, SoFi is going to make money through tech and through lending and through fees and things like that. Basically collecting interest, collecting fees, selling their origination fees in terms of mortgages. They can sell off loans, they can hold loans, but bottom line is, right now they're making obviously the vast majority of their money through lending. And think about who SoFi's customers are. People, I think, are seriously underestimating the importance of student loans. Think about who that student loan customer is. Who has these really big student loans, super high credit scores, over like 780 credit scores. These are doctors, these are PhDs, these are engineers, these are attorneys, these are people who are, going through grad school, working at these tech companies, running their own businesses. These are upwardly mobile people who are going to have financial needs that are only going to grow over time. So that's why I come back to this piece of news, who they named as their new general counsel. Now, this was totally glossed over by, and he's right, by Jimmy Chitwood from Trending Stocks. He's like, hey, it's not going to make the stock go up. It's not going to make the stock go down. He's like, it's basically fluff. And it is in terms of how it's received. But if you actually, professional Galvin, if you actually, what's up, Benji? If you actually know, your head from your asshole, this is important, because what is SoFi's next move? Their next move is more and more expansion into products that none of these other, wanker fintechs have. And Robinhood can take their gold card and run it through the slot in the crack of their ass, but they're never going to have business banking. They're never going to have business lending. What are they building their house on? Well, SoFi builds their house out of bricks. They're building their house out of crypto and payment for order flow and credit cards that they're giving away the store on. Guys, math is math. Math is math. When I was younger, I was extremely, extremely good at math. Many, 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 grades ahead, whatever you want to call it. I can do basic math. If credit cards are already a bad business. If you're giving away 5%, you have to make it up somewhere else. How do they make money on those clients? Parking money in their accounts. What are they doing with that money? How do you make more than 5% reliably investing when you're already in a business that's going to be hemorrhaging cash? Credit card, gold credit card, and your stock spikes. And SoFi is making deals. SoFi is making, doing IPOs. SoFi is going to be clearly, eminently moving into business banking. That's why this is important. SoFi Technologies Incorporated, ticker symbol SOFI, incidentally. SoFi Technologies, member-centric, one-stop, blah, blah, blah. So they hired old Steven Simcock, old touchdown Steven Simcock, has been appointed as the company's new general counsel. And this is the lawyer, guys. This is very important role. They make deals. They approve everything. This is one of the most important executives in the company. They're not going to have that flash role. The guy's not going to be on TV. He's not going to have a windbreaker. He's not going to be at a golf course explaining things in a monotone, repetitive manner that clearly does not, the market does not respond to. Talking to you, Papa Noto. Anyway, so in his new role, Simcock will lead SoFi's legal department with the retirement of old touchdown Rob Levitt, the company's chief legal officer. Simcock will oversee all legal affairs as well as you guys know what a lawyer does. Here's what's important. More than 3 decades of relevant experience. Served as vice chairman of J.P. Morgan's legal department. Okay, that is really high up. General counsel of Chase's retail business. Do you guys know how big Chase is? What kind of organization that is? What kind of connections this guy has in Washington and elsewhere? He was previously the general counsel of Citigroup, Global Consumer Bank, and held similar roles across the mortgage lending, commercial, small business. Think about the knowledge this guy brings. Think about the connections this guy brings. This is everything SoFi wants to do in the next decade and 2 decades. Okay, global consumer banking, global expansion, mortgage lending. SoFi just bought a high-tech mortgage company. I haven't had a chance to do much with it, but that was increasing rapidly already, even in a high-rate environment. Commercial and small business. Guys, once they announce small business, this is going to be a profit center. And the market will yawn and they'll sell SoFi off because all they're going to respond to is free cash flow. And we might have to wait a few years. We might have to sit on our hands. We might have to do a little tuck and run. But anyway, we are thrilled to welcome Steven to SoFi, said Anthony Noto, my biological father. His deep experience in financial services, along with demonstrated success as a culture and business leader, make him an excellent fit for SoFi as we pursue our path to becoming a top 10 financial institution. These are master moves. You're getting talent with 3 decades of experience from Citibank and Chase in all of the roles, with all the experience, all the connections, with all the regulators, all the agencies that SoFi wants to break into to eventually compete with these giant financial institutions and have a market cap into the hundreds of billions of dollars. And, you know, if the man upstairs is good enough to let me be alive for it, I still want to be holding my shares. You know, I want to die with my shares. I want them to make a nice white suit out of all my stock certificates. I want to look like a fat Colonel Sanders. You know? Anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome. I don't really know where I was going with this entire video. I don't think there was much of a point to it. Let's see if there's any change. No change in the analysts. No new articles, really. Consumer loan delinquencies likely peaking. Upgrade to hold. Concerns overblown. So, yeah, a lot of good things there. Max Payne's at 7. We said that. Lamarck's, we said that. We trashed Tevis. We trashed... but the point Tevis is making is very valid in terms of they're not rolling out, actual new consumer features, and I complain about that constantly. In fact, it's not I think it's a coincidence because I know Tevis wouldn't watch this program, this trash. He wouldn't bring himself to bottom feeding and gutter sniping or whatever you want to call it. But no, that's not the right word. Totally different. Anyway, so I made a video very recently where I said SoFi is not innovating and SoFi needs to roll out new features. They need these features specifically. So I am completely aligned with that way of thinking in terms, but what's important? What innovation is important? And that's where you go to the whiteboard, because this Galileo side of the innovation is going to bring in these big customers and is going to lead surely to revenues that is going to grow and be stable for decades to come. Wall Street wants guns and butter. They want growth. But what matters? Deposits matter and tech growth matters. This other stuff doesn't matter. These, raw membership numbers it's just a distraction. They want profits, but it's a compromise. Okay? I can't even read that. Simbo did peak price no good. I sound like Charlie Kelly trying to write. Charlie, you're completely illiterate. Let's talk about your literacy. But this is another thing, guys. Integration is innovation. I know it's not sexy. I know it doesn't bring immediate revenues. I know it doesn't give us options, but SoFi customers wanted Zelle. All of them wanted Zelle, so they gave them Zelle. They're innovating this. Is vertical integration always good? I don't think it's always faster. Because if your engineers, your developers are working on, fixing a bunch of stuff that Citibank or US Bank or whoever these turds are we're trying to pitch, wherever we're tap dancing for in these boardrooms, whatever they want fixed is going to come first, because again, this account could be revenue for 10, 20, 30 years to come. Top 5 financial institutions aren't going anywhere. We hope they shrink because we hope their customers are coming to SoFi. And in fact, the data proves that their customers and their deposits are coming to SoFi. SoFi is growing faster than any of these turd fintech banks that offer similar interest rates. I don't care if it's Ally, Discover, Amex, any of them. Oh, hate you guys. Welcome and hello. So if we have to push innovation and we have to have our people working on something, I'd rather have them over here working on Galileo, because that's what we want. We want a tech multiple. Options, it might, help us get an erection, but it doesn't do that much for the company. SoFi, remember, if you want to trade options, you want those advanced strategies, you're already over at Robinhood or Webull or Schwab or, one of these companies. I do want some decent charting. I wanted Zelle. They're giving us Zelle, so they are listening. They're doing things. They're giving us important innovations. I don't need 10 new features. I need the critical features. And I think for consumers, Zelle was one of those features. Business banking is infinitely more important right now than options, but options must come, because you can't tell people you're best in breed tech player with IPOs and alternative investments and private equity and all this stuff and then not have a basic option suite. It just makes you look like an asshole. And I've had enough of looking like an asshole. A man in my position cannot be made to look ridiculous. Okay, anyway, guys, welcome and hello. I got to get back to work. Freddie Lafitte and his band with a beat is here. What's up, Freddie? What's up, Benji? How's it going today, sir? What's up, Higinio? I'm so bad with names. Higinio. I don't know how to say that, Higinio. I'm sorry. Mr. Morales. Let's call you Mr. Morales, just out of a show of respect for your bull and rocket ship emojis. Looks like an erectile dysfunction out, if I'm honest. What's up, Chad? How's it going? I do rock. Let's see. Or at least I have back pain and knee pain. I don't know if that's the same thing, but I'm definitely getting older. I'm not getting fatter. I think I lost almost 1 ounce in the last month. Okay, Truck Monkey. I agree, man. It's tough to see red every day. Big companies being dragged down. It's tough if you don't have the stones for it, man. I mean, life's tough, man. It depends. It depends. It just depends on your mindset, Trunk Monk. I know it is tough if you watch price action, you hang on it like I do. It is tough, but if you're mentally healthy, it's not tough because you understand what's going on and you look at it as opportunity. And I know when other stocks go up a lot, whether it be Palantir or Hood or Nvidia, and if you're not in those stocks, it is very painful because you feel like you're missing out. But stocks move in runs. I mean, look at Nvidia. It was just made this crazy run. SoFi's made similar, 100% runs, not quite that big, but to think SoFi is going to make not going to make another run is just to defy all logic and reality because the company is continuing to grow. It's extremely stable. If you look at their quarterly, guys, you look at their numbers, you look at their growth, that's what you want to see for decades of growth. Stability, predictability. You don't want to see these quarters that are just completely all over the map, losing, making, like you see with Hood and Affirm. I mean, that's what are you talking about? What do you want? What do you want? Are you a long-term investor or not? If you're a trader, then trade. But then don't complain about features and innovation if you're just going to dump all your shares at the lows because you think the stock's going down to 5. I mean, you look at like Hood, okay, it's a gold card. SoFi is hiring executives, former Fed bankers to bring in business banking, business lending. It's going to be, decades and decades, hopefully, century of business. Who knows if SoFi is able to develop into a major bank. These other companies, these fintechs, these turds, they're never getting a bank charter. They're never doing business banking. You think the government can't just, completely quash these crypto people? The government could come in with regulation and just destroy Hood at any point. And yes, they can go to court and stuff, but the government's only, has a monopoly on making a currency. It's in the Constitution, turds. And I know crypto is always going to be a thing, and some places it's going to be legal, but some countries basically illegal already. I mean, China's cracked down extremely on certain aspects of cryptocurrency. So you think it's just going to be this way forever and they're just going to be printing money and Bitcoin's always going to be going up? I mean, maybe, maybe not. But for long term, it's not what I'm into. The hell is that? Oh, Dom. Sorry, I thought that was somebody completely different. I was like, oh, that's my boy J Money, producer extraordinaire. What's up, Dom? How you doing? Let's see. Dom says, thank you for the video. I've been in SoFi 3 years. Got to say, past couple weeks really making me think twice. Yeah, I mean, Dom, that's exactly the thinking they want. That's the group think. That's what you're seeing from you turders. They're saying, okay, just give up now. Just sell half your position. It's going to go back to 5. I think the stock is worth 12, 13 bucks right now. I think it's going to go back up to those levels. I think things always revert to the mean. I think at the end of the day, cash is king. This company is going to make a ton of free cash flow. It is about margins. It's about innovation where it matters. They're building Galileo. They're hiring Fed officials. They're hiring general counsels with decades of experience with Citibank and Chase in mortgage, in business lending, in global banking. And these assholes are out here from Robinhood with their long hair and their fancy shoes with a gold card. They're waving a gold card in your face and the stock just goes insane. My biological father, Anthony Noto, has absolutely perfect hair with salt and pepper temples, and we go nowhere. No justice, no peace. I blame Obama. What's up, Flesh Infection? How's it doing, Trunk Monkey? Dom, I mean, yeah, listen to Klaus, guys. Klaus has so many shares. He's way smarter than any of you freaks. And he's just, he's got those sunglasses. He's got it all together. He's not worried. Wes is here. Jeez. Wes, I don't have any SoFi. I kicked. No, I'm just holding my SoFi. I'm not gonna use. I'm just holding it. Just holding it, Wes. I can't believe Wes is alive. I thought I'd given up all hope. I'd sent out search parties. I'd put out rewards. I'd drawn his face on many a milk carton, but he's back. Yeah, we'll see if we can meet up a little bit later, Wes. Talk to my people. I'll have your people talk to my people, and my people will talk to Jabroni, and we'll hook it all up. Pavilion Invest is here. Bought the dip. He's buying the dip. Respect. Fist bump, Pavilion. Warren Tollison, my favorite blue-blooded banker. I wish I was an Oscar Mayer winner. Yeah, we all do. But we're wieners today, Warren Tollison. Sir Warren Tollison. Flesh Infection is here. Thank you for welcoming me. You're always welcome, and I'm happy to say hello. Greetings and salutations, Flesh Infection. Even though I do not want a Flesh Infection, it is still my duty and my honor to say welcome and hello, good sir, and namaste. This chunky stock monkey is here. Remember, guys, you need a go-to middle-aged fat white guy in your corner. Somebody who's just there. Somebody to help you move. Somebody who has a pickup truck. Somebody who knows how to fix your printer. I got new ink, and now my printer doesn't work. Well, that's because you're a fucking idiot. I don't know how you put your pants on. Let me fix that for you. You plug in your USB port and hit the power button. Oh, you fixed it. You're a genius. No, I'm not. Average intelligence at best. I just know how to use a printer. I'm not a fucking idiot. But anyway, well, hello and welcome, Klaus. Pavilion Invest, today's digital age, 10 years. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It needs to be going faster, but they are going faster behind the scenes. Galileo is working very, very hard. It's just not to give you guys flashy baubles and gold cards. Okay, Zelle, I hate to say this to people like you who are just have no perspective and are just stupid, but Zelle was more important right now than options. SoFi customers use Zelle every day, constantly. Okay, I have rentals. I get rent on Zelle. Everything is on Zelle. Like, more people are using Zelle than using Venmo and that bullshit because there's no fees, because Zelle was started by a consortium of the big major banks to put those shitheads out of business because they saw fintechs and all these PayPals and Cash Apps and all this garbage nipping at their heels, so they started Zelle. And now everybody with real money and real bank accounts uses Zelle. And people, dealing fentanyl and stuff use these apps. Okay, so SoFi had to do Zelle because they want you to get your money right. They want to be your only bank. Okay, so you have to integrate that with the other banks. They can't use that stupid cash thing forever. So they may not always be the innovation that we like, that we want, and it might not be so many new products like new, but they're building their company on shifting sands in a country with, very, very different regulatory environment than we're seeing in the United States. And I know Zelle was aggressively pushing into Mexico, and Mexico just got a new president elected who's very, very left, is just not going to be, private bank friendly. So these things can change very, very quickly, as can the regulatory environment in the United States, quite frankly. So it's not as simple as many people would have you believe that just because they brought out 50 new products. I say the two core questions: how does SoFi grow and how does SoFi make money? They are set up with their student loan customers to jump into small business banking, and they're setting that up with their hires. I don't know why you guys don't see the long-term vision. I don't know why people think SoFi is breaking down or having issues. It's not. I mean, would you rather have a firm innovating by letting you check out with your groceries at Walmart on 5 payments? Is that what you want? Is that what kind of person you are? Is that what kind of investor you are? Look yourself in the mirror and do some self-reflection if that's the case. Get your shit together. SoFi's innovating, but they're not doing it for your ego. They're doing it for the long-term growth and health and stability of the company. And Galileo and Technesis have only been with the company just a few short years. All that integration to put them, I mean, you can't see my idiotic Venn diagram. This is it here. I mean, okay, so you get Galileo, and you get Technesis, you have to put those two together while integrating all that into SoFi vertically. And then you have Galileo existing as its own company, developing for these external companies. So this is just 3 years. They've got all this done. And they're already deep into proof of concepts with major financial institutions. And you guys want to complain about this gorgeous man? I absolutely hate you guys with every fiber of my being. And that said, I hope you have an absolute wonderful day. I got to get back to work. It's un poco mas. That's not what you think it is, guys. Don't get any ideas. I'm giving you a little bit more. Get your heads out of the gutter. Thank you, Alberto, and also thanks, J Money Not a Lurker. Scanny Deals, SoFi.